use authentic material rather than using prepared teaching material. And very often our best resource for helping with this is the other students.
The other question might be, for example, some students feel like, oh, my English is not that good and probably I'm not very confident in speaking. So do you think that in the class you do feel a little bit awkward?
We have, especially our general English classes, at a number of different levels. So we'll do our best to match the right student to the right class level. You're right, it can feel awkward to make that first step to trying to start speaking in another language. But that's our job. We're here to encourage students to do that and to make them feel comfortable and open to doing that. And very often our best resource for helping with this is the other students.
When they want to make friends.
Yeah, exactly. And so they come into class, and other students are generally very, very welcoming. And so they know what it's like. They know how hard the first week or first 2 weeks can be. And so they're generally very sensitive to that, and they do their best to encourage and to include other students in their activities and their after class activities as well. So yes, it can be awkward, but we think that it is the best way to get over that awkwardness is to be in a place like this where you just have to. You really have to get into it.
Yeah.
And so it kind of pushes you towards doing that. And we believe the environment is really supportive for students to learn that. Of course, students can do things in China before they come here to get themselves ready, and we would basically advise students to use everything that's out there. So as much as possible, there's lots of language learning sites and programs and things that you can use. I guess our view is that as much as possible, use authentic material rather than using prepared teaching materials. You'll have plenty of exposure to that when you come here.
Yeah.
So, as much as possible, get used to listening to broadcasts, news programs, TED Talks, the online lectures and things like that, reading magazines or whatever. So use authentic material as much as you can to get yourself a little bit used to hearing and looking at English in its naturally used rather than just for learning purposes.
That's really great. So I guess that's pretty much answer most of the question that maybe Chinese students are interested.
Okay.
The last one would be, for example, for those who want to come here to really improve their English level, do you have any recommendations?
Come here. Absolutely come here. But as I said, when you're not here, before you come here, expose yourself as much as possible to English and being used for real communication. Try to find opportunities at home. Try to find ways that you can, with your friends, with foreigners, if you know any foreigners around where you're living, try and make opportunities to actually use English for genuine, real communication, and all of those kinds of things really help you to improve your English.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Brett, for give us the introduction and give us all those sort of very good recommendations.
Yeah.
Hope you already get what you need. But if you have another question, I think we are also very happy to answer it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
那关于语言学校更详细的介绍，比如说费用、签证形式等等各方面的介绍，欢迎看我主页的其他视频，也欢迎找我咨询，后期可以免费申请学校。我是留学移民新西兰9年的露比学姐，关注我，下次见，拜拜。